Alright, shesaha isha tukakira muna tukalendelera na kutubitsebo mwandeka eno yabaketa mu Corriodrs of Power. Isha deka shima berera baho bitukande tukiusabe cyanyero kutaribya itoma bitandika endeke new late bitukande tukalengisirwa kwangole ibika byayo no kuwana toka eribya ukaya kolekera oko ebikindi ande bikabandike ecyuru cya munabiri omusamariro mwanzi. Nerukande ecyuru cya munabiri turu twete esonga nyekuru kwenene kutsebo busana nerbitu kaleberera ya okwa bakende bakarondekanya akaloro eyo mapende mutina na kutsebo hano omwa Kaseso municipality nerukande abembete benyi abawo bari babirende ibakahika nerukande tukende bi etukatsoma na kutsebo eribye tuka kwanzorerabo no kubana toka eribya ibakakubura kani cyahaye ekyo ecyabakende bya ibakakolera kwekani cyahe ekikale kibaba kakurondekanya yako akaloro. Musamari otomanzi ninje Paul Katwire nerukande ngala mubenga abakabutebira ewetu ekitabo cyarumba haimane ekirema nerunge kutwarande omwanda kayino irose ibiri kosa in eshororo ekiru cya munabwire ubuka utu munabwire nebero betano okwezi kwetro ko musanju mu 2005 nerukande tukinomo butuko obwa abo bakinarondekana ya akaloro amwamenye mutina na kutsebtsebo okwa bakarondekana ya flag Asia Member of Parliament, Chairman LC5, Haimana ba District Councillors, even mwende bekabaneka na kututsebo kwa poko eyabusi we joint campaigns esinimo omabepende hanuna kututsebo Kasese. So ngata ningenda hale lekanga kuanzurire wanyuni betu abo bakatwika ya kubutongole endeka enu abe Big Heart Foundation Haumane Kisoro and Sons super designers bakasoma na kutsebo obwana bomundu na kututsebo ende kwangole wabikalangira kandeke omabandu ebakasana boko nyumba ya shauswa erisamalirana ne police post eye Kasende main market uyayu wanabana ebyamparo ebibigene ukasubura of course giving ngako wira kaneba ya bantu nenabwe kibucha munabire bitukande twawote abarume bakuru haimana muole na kutsebo ababa betsimba aleka okutora butungi municipality e Kasese babiri hika nerukande tukaninkana tuta omwani munene watu kinde tukababa namu simuro kwa chinemba ni Rwenzori television.
The Techno, Infinix, Itel, Samsung, Haimane iPhone.
Atunda amasimu mu cash, mpozi ne kubanja. Osasula bitundu asatu nano mwatu tebakomoko. Bakanika nendo deza amasimu zonna. Wele tabule simu yo bagikanikire.
Wanotunebe ndebene kutsebo ebikolisha amasenyerezi ngasha TV sets, radios, esia hoofer, blenders, flat iron kutisha pasi, esia fani esha hisi na shirihira kwa bidongo, esia pakoleta and electric kettles. Pauta ne branch eya kavere. Eye Jesus is great phones and accessories ekasangane ba omushauri yako okwa nyumba ya Kaesera mwandalo benyabenene utero musha kumskini okwa 0 505 asatu nibiri muka kutse 0 muka isatu chenda ni satu ikumina nguma chenda nini
Never Jesus cares electronics and phone repairs Womune Jesus is great phones and accessories.
Excel Preparatory School erina neryo ya after ya bakaixelinga kutsebo eritendekero li Excel Preparatory School bawite classes kwa baby ri kuma P7 bawite boarding ne day section abana bo kwa Excel Preparatory School bakasoma ndeke bakalya ndeke ibane mwenge hurane kisomo ekidini omwana eri mu boarding sheli kubabwomo abalima batendekire ndeke sanju na mukala 0 ngoma sanju ni 5 uli kifere kisomo ekyomulembe okwa Excel Preparatory School.
yetu eya kasatu eyekero kya mukaga kande nebero bitano okwezi kwetu kwa musanju 2025 okatukola ndeke libyo naturangire kweribyo wamgiri nkuma eyeri bitukahali hamu Kasese municipality omwangula kulana n'ebintu byosonko bitolere ninje Paul Katkwire mwana yakubwera aho hanyuma embere shayi kwembere shenyu atoma bitu figo kambale kande nayo akaisunza ate abanyakasese mu musamalere busana naribi mukasa musuba yayi okubina kasa yabambitaya omwibya emukamungera etamu yakabere narukutia kutukende bitukatandika eribi bakati kubayanzura narukande tukalengekana ya nabantu bukako bitukande ekyetwasi twabere minyerera ngoku bane mu poko mweyu bakarondekanya kalulu narukasanga ne babere jwaha icyabale terete ndibi bakabanika so munabwire tukidendendanya nabo abamabiye bakatubuka nokutona toka eribi tukafuna programu ya Corriodrs. Uleke batatu bwatoleka isa akeribia bakakuramuka yako nuko tunatoka eribi tukaenda okyenderero ikikiru kya munabiri twamatandika nawo honorable Frigo Kambale uramuka yo kubasamarira betu rikina Corriodrs TV nuko nabana tokereba kamenya nko abirika
mwasinja abasamariri banjo aberwenjori TV amena ninje Kambale Frigo member of parliament we Kasese municipality mu butukubuno kabara mukandi mwasibire kandi ngabasunzira samalera libuya mkowa ebyatu bawitere ngisha program shetu mwasinjayu kandi mwasinja kutsebu eribya mabiri munamusamalera okukine mbaketu Corriodrs TV
wasinje ribyo kahika na ribyo kasubira ya omulenge wekinemba eribyo katsubuka ndisekanira basamaliri abikine Corriodrs. Mama Diana urino gwiranda obwirikane rureme rusirusi rokindi byo kakolesaya busana ne message eribe kahorukandeke ramuka kuba samaliri no kubana baka olekera ko mulenge wa
masiba muta muje bali jakiro kino mwe bali Corriodrs TV mwe bali kutuninga in Corriodrs program yetu na kura idea zetu kwa candidates amabara gangi ninye nasuna Diana Maria Sempewa mwana wanyu wa hano mwe bali nyuma.
Okay, wasinja twama kwangerera kintu kya kinembe Corriodrs TV omushakuru mukuru madaraka twama kwangerera nerukandi abantu bakureireko eri bakawukira omulenge wawo neri byuka baramuka yako
wasinja mushakulu era tumuhisa era shabya hano inazerera mucha basamaliri bachenemba mwasinja rebyako kanda nerebe mukatholekerera neruthulangira munabwire tukatete ndiriri hanga menayi ninje Saturday yofesi Douglas madaraka wasinja
mwasinja hika tukasika ya kutsebu abo batusamalire era bakwamikura mutuna mutina ya Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Howman X kwa ya Twitter erukane na bakatusamalira kwa www.corriodrstv.com kasale live mukatu kwa ndenge abo bakakoleseye konzo mubi app eya wekitsombe kihembo uri bat ya teka naya busanana tu eribi tukakoleseye ndenge nukutona toka eribi tukalangira ekinembe Corriodrs TV how manage radio stations issues se Kasese osinja kutsebu kutia nabo bakakoleseye free to air decoder ubwiro mutaka uti trauma tandeka and here we go muntu kanamenyerera ekitebe kye NRM ekikabya ekyamabere kangania ngoko abembembetya abangabye bakanzere tsimbaleka bamabye bakatongolibwa wa kwereribwa omuyisa ori bakaenda ko rondekanya kaloro kandi akaloro erikarondekanya vetiremo joint campaigns nerukande kuyo mwire chaketamu akaloro kwe pokopoko eyabosi kunomurangira okuchikakoleka vero bebere ekyamuliyone kyamalende ebanarangirikiriwe ngokubane omufield bakende bakanganya shasonga shahayi eshabakindenda bakakolera bekalani sitwende sibayi kulwaho tuti kibuli kyetumanireko abe mebeti abantu abakarondekana ya erelema municipal ya Kasese eriya kuratirayi oma parliament eri hangiri Uganda nicha hayi ekyabakakolera bikalani kwihi abikalani batunga kwesebwa bwahe omwibo usana kalvoka bakindi bakahebwawa tukatandika elio omusha kulumukolo Saturday eribina katusoborera ebo mabuguma okubya kalangira inde bekibi bikako bisinga kwe ereteta abikalani bo municipal eribya batolere eriba kamusamalera inde bamukome tata wasire ni shanungusha kalani basamalera kusombora
wasinja omukulu wa program eno erembo muisha kandu kenganyira omulenga wae abarabya na abalengiria abandi omulenga abarabya ngakaho manakake
omulwe bize
fulo mwa kukuru kakara nerifwa ibwe munabire so erimbere nechikulo kutsebo abanyakasesera tusamalera narahulekerera byetukabwa ukabirikani ukosha campaigns na conduct yashu na meberesha barem betunga utsererengekane nde abanyakasese sibali for one rek sibali to one ari Twitter creating our environment itunga ba candidates so that abanyakasese bangathuwa bangaminyarara omdoye bakathu manende akabuwaji eberengekane byo bana bya
neche chikale kuobuga echukonde tunomurangire mukayayi mukafule message babere bakawubira
bitwa bande message twangana tunemi delivery ngayo effectively beitu ahabwe chingungu echabande message yabereka enda ina halfway nare tukanza maybe abantu batabyanga bakahumrekana
targeted to silence omukani we
you can't rule that out.
Okay.
Swanga chiao swanga menye chana rwacha chingungunga nichi eribwa inje chinde tiro mwa politician it's more of a strategic nature okwelangara egasese emyakama 15 eya homo kweri 10 twalebere district twamakolechi omwami akeyo na redesigning ende myakama 15 embere ngaike society nari omwami akama 15 eyo echindu chume chamabere shobulako ngabanyakasese liarebia na regional services for example charlangerako ndisha regional services sakatobula ende omwami akama 15 etu ne district na munabire tuchanalwalera mbarara okwa emergency response ishamairo 15 na mwangabya newe ewo kanza marara ronde utulengire wamebe ulwere uhire bago wantu wenda mbaraya ukala mera kwa emergency ishamairo 15 nesanane wangana nirihika na hande ya kabarole mairo sanjuni 5 kilomita sanjuni 5 so agenda ya yango lokolo kotsebwa ikara kenabyo mwa living rooms rundi mwa sitting room shabanyakasese erigolora eno Nelangerende, we are having a fully activated regional services. As your regional services are fully activated, Ispatara, Yabanakano Hartford, a referral hospital, Iyavitunanai. Ngaka na yobu lechero kwa abandu betwa bakali atashiangendo. Baka yasundi license, for example, a permit. Inspector of motor vehicles aliyekabarole utawachunga a license ayaravuge pichipichi rundi ya motoka effort poto chikakutwala rashangendo strahake hasingendo musanju a license ya metwala 15 metwala 15
atani
betoka isangwa betaka mwakakada ewuka sonde license ya motoka utaka kusheri enda transport ariendayo na senda shaba ndishaba kaitaga emerunde musanju so with a license. We need that here. And it's just a matter of Erikani and the Minister of Works. Oh, but tuna bandu baba bereserera rendo loli renda kabaro nembara rundi ya Kampala yasundi ya permit. Mutaka tutarako omwa UNRASH offices ya UNRASH ya ha a permit yanga costing omundu munyakasese yukanzarafuha emitwalo 15 ekyo kyanga ekyakabere omwani are very critical to the economy eye Kasese district, very critical, and to the growth of the national GDP. GDP byebindu byetukayekolera itunga abanyakasese hatukalangirira ihanga ngaleka kulaleta wamwalende UCDA muyabere dissolved yamateke buma Ministry of Agriculture.
Yeah.
Nariyo anu babiri tukere tuhimbira inyumba the coffee house. Ngebuke coffee house eyo muyaunzira hime kibire babara niriya locatinga iritaka kwatabi ya honorable ya ndio no honorable we nani wekatu ya nani ya Muzamiru.
Okay, yeah, Muzamiru.
Kwatabi ya honorable Muzamiru erelwa iritaka niriya locatinga coffee house ambi ya branda yangabere ikande bushenyi nariyo abumo kwa bendo bya langera recall at a regional level real langera the Ministry of Agriculture kandika taking over the construction and the completion of that building so that abali mibe trouble mwani banga accessinga information banga accessinga na export information eba kaitala enyumbe ebyanga tukolera. So full activation of regional services Hana Kasese beyond the RPC regional police commander nekoti bibindetire omama rengo atano nerigwe bendu byetu ebyabulicho lebere loko walangeranga ngomukuru wa metso abanyakatadoba chihalima eralangera ndia metsali ya wakanda ala nyana mutibeta tukateka kukwechi speed governor now speed governor tukasamarangania eralangera abantu abatauta maetse locally our production around ya maetse our home consumption erikulisheka enyamamba singa tusendia erita loko metso erinyo tsolema so ebibye bendo tsolera matukana tukasamarera little extensively nike tukanza rokola tukachikola tot.
Okay,
wasinja
kutsebo for your submissions kunde abasamaliri bane mwenda ebaka bane shasonga shawo toline chendererwa echeribya abikarani eba bakapokera ndeke message kwenye ukuna lya buwa wote si bare sibatatunge message kwenye kundi yabere kinona kirya buvuzela shabere sinene kikomo sekiti ngo ngekine mbanga cyacinu bakapokera matsonde leka twende eriyo omuwale Diana atoke ibi nakatobwera nibya hayi ebyo ebyakalangirende bikiko bisinga ebikarani be municipality bana tokeri bakamukoma
ngale muno amabayagane ninye nasuna Diana Maria Sempeva ntakahikire kubagambira baki baine contrastinga konsili parliament nienda kubanza kubaijucha what are the roles the milimo ya member of parliament.
Okay.
Nivyo ziha therefore zirina eyo kubanza el representation kutwara amaraka g'abantu mu parliament ya kabiri el legislation,
yeah,
the making of laws and bills and policies is favoring hano Kasese municipality. Ya kasatu is budgeting. Budgeting comes after policy making, of course, of kumarakola mateka na vike vikuburamu, then you budget for these things. Chakana is oversight. Oversight ni overall. After representing and budgeting, then norora nti sente zikizimara, sente zigenzira nizine kugenda. So I have 4 points. Awaki Kasese in the contrasting. One, my first point is for cultural and socio-economic development. Nti abantu Kasese municipality is a multi-tribe area. Almabanyankola, Batora, Bachole, Bakonzo, so on and so forth. So nyowe nkomuntu, I stand already as a beacon of unity, a sign of unity. One between the men and the women. For as long as we've remembered since municipality started, this has been a post-Yabasaidia. So coming in as a woman already is uniting the men and women under leadership. Two, I want to amplify unity, for example, through cultural events or social events. For example, yesterday we had Miss Renzori. But Miss Renzori is limited to Abana Abata. Between 18 and 27 or something like that. Nyowendi above that. So when we need to look further, Kasese needs a further scope. Let's not only look at these already existing tools. Nienda kwa advocating something like a peace ambassador. Because as we all know, Kasese has been disturbed by a peace issue between regions, religions, and tribes. So let's come up with peace ambassadors. Let's come up when we were growing up in MDDs, cultural factors and shows Isomero, where the folk songs and the plays Abana Bakan were displaying. We learned how to accept the different tribes, the way they come. So before I even go into details, I think I stand for grassroots problems and grassroots solutions. What are we teaching? What is down here? Because Obilewange field, the problem is deeper into Kasese. Telihangudo na masomero na aliyebizibu abante vaine ebiko affecting our growth in general. Under the cultural aspect, twine ebintu nka embale ya Nyabawoli. It is similar to the Chisagati of the Baganda and so on and so forth. Through such encouragements, you see, Uganda is governed by 3 organs: the government, the cultural institution, and the religious institution. How do we combine these 3 organs to form a chain whereby Kasese can access? Because we are the same people. Government calls us citizens. Cultural institutions will call us maybe by tribe, and religion will call us Christians, Muslims. But how are we going to combine that? There is a missing link between us and the government, us and the cultural institutions, us and the churches and the mosques, and also us as the people. So I think I am that missing link that can take Kasese beyond the scope of looking down into cultural and socio-economic transformation. We need to transform from what we are to something better. Under that still, when we come up with an encouragement, as a member of parliament, we need that platform. You can do it if you're not a member of parliament. But to connect these 3 organs, you need to be a member of parliament. You get the access. For example, when we come up with such a strategy, nisobora kugenda kani katika Ministry of Gender, kuije katukwatiraho on such events to unite us. So funding and lobbying by Ministry of Gender. So we have a lot of socio-economic government projects, local content. For example, Nibagamba Airfield Elimkwija, Nibagamba Kilembe Mines in Garuka. But do we have enough representation for these things? Aliyomunta kugenda akabibaliza. And when we are speaking about this, we have to lobby not for the airport to come, but for the people to get jobs when they are constructing the airport and when it's already constructed. When we are talking about Kilembe Mine, it's going to lobbying for Kilembe Mine, which has been confirmed Neija, Beti Neija Kuleta Kasese. Okay, me, among these, for example, I am of us all, I'm a victim of the Nyamamba floods. Why wouldn't people trust me? Ainakulile Kilembe Nyamwambe Katwara, half of our house. So why not trust me to go and represent such issues whereby I'm personally touched by them?
Okay. Okay, when you are done with your submissions.
I still have, I said 4 points.
Because Yamasaka dakika ibi.
let me summarize them. So amidst that, there is the widening the use mid scope. Why are we looking at use mid for municipality? We should look at the road fund and lobby for roads outside the municipality. Bilomba division is not covered by the use mid scope. Chidodo is not. People are complaining about drainage, but if we widen the road fund and we are looking at roads beyond the municipality town, the central division, then we can solve two problems in one. Because when we are constructing roads, we are solving problems. There's a drainage, for example. When I go to education, skilling, revamping our education system, mindset change, uniting farmers. I feel like 2 minutes is little time really to exhaust the 4 points and to explain abantu kukenga kiki kitubazawo.
Okay. Wasinja kutseba eribyo oma irrigation submission cyangwesho narukande abikalani abe municipality Kasese nkanihira mune mwenda mukalangira ebya bakende bakanganya so kiri okwinywe eri mukasombola ni wahayi yakabembetaya ekyetroisi tuli omwalihika eriye NRM kandi akalulu kwe erondekanya akalulu tuka expectinga eribika kindi bya kobuholo busana ne reteka obutekane leka twende eri wechitsumbi frigo kambale eribina kamanyisaya nerikangania bikalani ni chahai echaletire ende kwangule abanyakasese eba biba kamusuba yayere muhetamu yakabere okwani mwenda kangania ati kwangule bamusuba yayo ni chahai echo tekire mbe ngechikinde bya ekikubisinga bikalani
asinja kutsebu erimbere na ngasaba basamaliri banzo abanyanyiro murengeshali ndeke na inganenga mwalo tu madaraka sana ne sharare mirenge abende kaanu kaitu ngala kusaba ndi unikirenga kulise kaisa kanu kusangu injwe injenga luehu injenga chinehu abandu abasamaliri ngabakanga naye ebya mabekolwa neryo kandi nganga yakolachi na mabana chance bya imucyuhana omulu nasaba kalulu kanu muna kasaba ntingakola ebindu ebiro mu category 3 category yokubanza eri kwa mirebe government category ya kabiri naenga omundu enambulangira echangehike okubana inji category ya kasatu ingendo kwa kadala remember ngumi bila benamo matukalaba mutwalaba mu butuku bube etwe nge renjori omusinga wetu abinya nambiro so nachi muto tinga balimi nje munabwo nti ngamalaba ngali mulweni RM ngali hakuingebya ngali hakuine government emikanye yongenda nziti ituke eri wentahabye eri anyirana between obusinga bwetu ne government tunato musinga anasubeka okobya nabwo nti ngekola byo government omulo yo inabere minyerera government ya mabetatu mano eshasende birundi bibiri sinamusube Kampala myakei ibiri
esente eshajohe
esekasa elikukuche town esekasa imba eshanguda esha osimiti so muna minyere yengo koni challenge esente sheko kwa county municipality esha survive onde mwaka esha survive so olumembelo kubanza lwabya sente sisha masa kan lero sirekere survive muna benga kwa milire bendwa ebyo chareke sente sebese ka survive na maminyere Kampala ya byasikalwa area malwa bakaba bya contract abatata bana neriba ira mu petition bitu kandi petition yi hane bakaleka sha petition shabaneka abakarundo mashasinde shoma njawulo na machikwa miriria ba ministers mubasa multipurpose nama kumachavi ya bold nama bawenti na vile minyeru mkudubu leo cha mwamanzi tasakola manyanga ayo gende adikira president gende ndo kwa TV au chubu uchu si chamini vama minyerera kukutu bikendera tamalo finally sente shamasa sente shweri asa troma kolonganandeke na meya troma kole shangu dashetu troma vitu abikole shangu dashetu troma kolandeke troma shialene balance eshangu dashetu ende kola troma sekola shama shabe ewa kandi troma shiale balance bilioni 10 nguma ni milioni 10 ebi balance kwa account na rutoma tukere kola na sinde nguda eshabe sisiro oma plan disike kola toma twabe kola shangu desho kandi toma siane na indi balance toma kola muno lutu
all municipality
tuka kola itunasi tuke kola shanguda ini yesa elingo ni road Crusade road toma nyetutuke kola rukidi na poto toma tusikende wao fast baitu kan toma twabe sekola kandi toma siali balance balance oikasi alomo indi balance kutwa kola tucholutu na ruko le beautification ye town chechareka Kampala ibo wambu emukodisha eshasendishe usimidi ekasese municipality yamabe okubanzo mu Uganda chechareka na president akasa commissioninga ama tusima chechareka minister of local government yamatoa a certificate of appreciation recognition ni echo mchikana kole kandeki government yetu eimbembetiruwe na president yetu Museveni tukamusima situtebe sobolero ye yatoesha sentesho iyo kwatatoesha sentesho ambe situtebe yatukabwa kekase municipality omobutuku buno ingane mu parliament twabaniro muisa munene nabenga hula mu good news eribya health center for yetu yerukoki yabere kula yabere no kulidara eribya general hospital yerukoki yabya kulidara eribya health center for yabere hospital eribya hospital nebenene ebekasa ne hospital first of all abakuli bakongera bakadabulinga mirundi ngisatu esha sente silwisi kasayo sekongera halo akabana kabamabya lo akabana kabadokta babere basatu bakebya abadokta munane mwenda chikama chito yuni muisa munene omovendo ebyo bwetsotse ni muisa munene omumyakini enu yeto maunza twabanire indi chance lwa echindo chabere byo lwembo echa echisaniro chetu chendege finally twakurishiria ya musugaka ulamu pre-financing twabire bana contract mu Chinese oyuka saku chizaniro chetu chanalo kuri kwa level ya air strip ikabya airport cho chike chabe wachikale tangula kulano mu municipality because abantu abakendo babiwibihiya bakangiro mandege mwanu ibaenda omumya kini eyi twama biba namundi muisa ebya mukulu Diana lyabu wako eribya Kilembe Mines yama besuba nekwenene Kilembe Mines muya bananu contractor investor yoasamu ibaka molamu imatibeti mwasa kwesi inyakasa tufera ebya twatukamulengikaniryam mwatabekona abantu betu amane libo mubiri erekole maini mtu mtuwake rehabilitate ngai yanabia maini mpiaka akwesi shauta na sente final contract hiyo bama kasoli ngai final tuwabile bana Sarai company na utesha sente because yanaudire hune hima it means ni company uti amani yabile sa Kilembe Mines ama watu wita kabwatichi ama watu wita kawente abantu betu bakabani mibiri tuute lukwa mero ngabalimi interpreting a component here local content ni policy yetu ye government abantu banabanesha sente banaba ni mibiri abikero mu kipindi ekyamabaneka mungula kulana ngeyo echi ndi chindo chetu abanire tobinti nayo ni good news kuchi ni mwatsi muboyi ye school yetu ya Nyamwamba Seed Secondary School kaula mu Nyamwamba Seed Secondary School hanu mu municipality kasi secondary school ni government Kilembe Secondary School ni government baitu a division yetu ya Nyamwamba iwe si utegu school ya government so finally Minister of Education yabanire sesindishe World Bank bakasahimba Nyamwamba Seed Secondary School a school weyo ekali ya bilioni 3 na milioni 13 bakendi imbayi yosi nesha staff house ishayimbwa yone mwatsi mugoyi omumi akini tukasima Nyamwanga echi ndi chana kolire chenamba ngene government wo mwatsi owo lusi olwe Nyamwamba omwatsi olusi olwe Nyamwamba omwezi wa 5 omwaka wa hwere munimya na mandikira president ngonte Nyamwamba yamatuhikya tukaita esha sende eshanganare kibahimbe chidongo side ni side part 1 part ya kabiri itwa excavator ekebe kabe mu Nyamwambomo iya kole chomusunga kaulamu desilting regular desilting iya bana maut so a project yeyo omwezi wa muna nemna bana behandika pamani subamu na call Kaluma State House aba engineering department State House Yamasa ndondia oma parliament pamikiriria finally isha bilioni 9 na muka African Development Bank yabirikiriria eliwe ikakukuta Nyamwamba so ebyo nibikulu ebyo twabere obo government kandi byatukaye obo government umumi akini ya mahwa now injengo mundu
omwashadakika isatu
omashariki isatu kashama byanyeke mukuru
ya konde tukenda suberia kande obundo kende hikibwako konde mwakati
so oboche kama nsenga summarize the government na edo tukebe ukamba tasamba sindi dakika inaenda kubya ingo mundu
ya omodeki isatu
yes so omo government halibwa ebya tukakola echo kubanza usana nerekola ke project ye usimidi twama beba no muisa efezi ya kabere municipality bamabisa so tukatasa ya bana efezi ya kabere usimidi okubanza mubakana twa bilioni 5 eshatu akola kushanguda twama bana balance yetu ye bilioni 10 mbende twama kola sinde shanguda ne rimbo lutu bama tuletinga ngaba masinga mu Uganda babichaberekiwa bakatasa tu efezi ya kabere yekayongera sibyesebya bilioni 5 bakakola musanjo na muka
okay
meaning okwata 3 bakatasa ongera kwa 23 bakati kola ibusanachi bakatwa bonus ibusanachi iriya bakatongera risingesha abantu okubanza derebya mtu kana kolisha efezi okubanza ndeke omwatsi mubuya kabwati esha sende bilioni sanjo na muka ese kaya sa tuute shangu desha tukakola tuute kaya erudalo batokaula mukase isiga road lo lukanda ala wandale kamaiba nerwala boko SDA primary school tuute rudalo bakaula mu Mutanyana road lo lukuda olukatsuka okwa KCCL kwa ali ukanda ala omachidodo na ruwa yala boko bosi kwa low price na ruwa sahetuka kandu wengero ma main road so lulwa kidodo haute ruda lotuka ulamu Kizungu road lokalo kwa division ya Nyamwamba na lulwa la pomo Kizungu lulwa ako ni kitinga na kola siri kaya tukuma Kizungu
just in 30 seconds kwende shedekisa tushauska wako
shama wako so hali Kabiri road ukalwa hali kwa Sam road lulwa hetukera kwa division ya Nyamwamba hali Dr. Henry Wambale road lukatsuka kwa water supply ilwa ndalo lulala kwa lingi ilwa hikiro kwa gas nalo tukaluko kotaye
okay
erunzerera esha drainage kamuli kwizi chano amaitse chano ikareta ikamaitse yakala bamaitse nyabo mwa bandu ne chano kalwe kitesu ya labire temangalo kala bamaitse na bituka bikola omosha sente kaya sa esha usimid esha berongera from billion atanuni 3 shabesu bilioni sanjona muka.
Okay, wasinja kuseva oyo ya wechetsumbe firigo kambale nayo mabiri na keve submission yewe yenyike kundi amakanganya uko alu na nechinawute likanganya bibyaka yakole yimko mundu na party yo pali ndi yedoka bikazi chinawute okubi kende kola o matamu yekalikanate amatrunga narukotia esinkasi kangana mubahereza ndike in terms mwa shedaki kunganga na musibara neri ono mwakahiko kuona mbiri gwatre kunganeko omwe ngati nemwe bibiti yareko ngawute ritsugo kanganya byama bitakola kulwaho abandi kwinyo mutende mukakanganya abyo ebyamo nemwenda mukakola and now ngana chesi tuni mukonko no mubikola ngana chesi unanzirere bisobora bikarani and your time is there. Yeah, I know you will ukende byuka bikangana ya narukanye ngikire ya nabasamariri betu amberi yaho munawuteri mukahebo umuyisa awaribya imukakana netu naribye mukabura ya kwinere sokere kwimembete abantu bakendi bani mukanya hano mu studios kulwaho ngalunga noti ebibuli byayi abetu kande nganza umushakuru madaraka chatu wa kwa mutema no kuwana byuka kangana ya kubyo no mwendo kakola is it a project shaw skaya wera huko hii ni jai echi ni mwenda bed
ayo wasinja mbo muisha excuse me there's a project shaw tukakola rundi shanga kola sere long term so probably to setting out arokola madaraka ke as emekini ayeware to setting out arokola out of necessity yetsuka mainly okwa utukubwe covid chenda rwa chabya easy tukole a microfinance yananga wote yanganza arokola nyesa na tukakole microfinance hama bya ho kwitawa bukalumwa bakastoma abakanza remenyerera ngokutunga woti cyabana babo ababeretwe kwa umwe butuko we covid madaraka cares yamabuturwa omwalwendo lwa yamabuturwa omwalwendo olwa eriskilling abana eralangerende abana babo ababeretwe kwa sibali losing a purpose ronde sibali lwa erwa maha ende cho mahwa now so okubumba kwa bendo bitrust trauma call o mobutu whether bekasu leraho a microfinance yamabirukula myekitano yenaho ne social enterprise omwaluira arenga chechitunga cha ukachingula ichikolire rwoti chabandu babolechero eso cherenga ngeshe microfinance ascent so HI in a social enterprise in a sense and tukasha malera outcome runde impact niche yasenda wa masetwala omwa mwakamu wa maniche chwa makola in fact na mabirike yaole ewa customer ngakubuli yasenda mabira setwala rukubunga ha ngana ukanaringa njembe na eri umwechebu rondo kaneringa ngana langaraho development eyamaluiro mabendo betwa asenda no shatuka kwerera yes low interest then tugatsukiri kwikali aremenyarara bwacha waname rondo swathe tutashoko yeshara langara na unge wanami hama chendo cho mihamo nge family rondo kula nyerihika
okwembe space ngani
tukara ninge government yikasaba 2.8 no now baka treka weri treke tuli kwishatu baitu tukana etwa depending on ikabi reward system and omundu amabinye ka 200 kinye ka shulanda kabandi bakali bangatwala sande a reward system ikatu pushing to 2.5 owo yo yuka trande echo necho ne wendo kalangre impact ire huge kutseo and if we invested a million Rwanda anyume mikitano million Rwanda Shamabere College una mwenda omwa echidodo ewenda chikonzo ewabara manyumba awamabiri himbwa akalua omwa madaraka microfinance okwayo a social enterprise erikulakulanya maika mudabari rema kumyasa tunamoka omwangando shetu eshirisondi akatruli tukaika omwa bantu lucho kwa lucho echa kavere omwa same spirit iri himberi hanga rundi riwa tichava abana baba customer betu twama kulibiharani nyakasanga now hano ha ukamenyera emba ne eyere ho akatika tike biharani bya politiki ne biharani ebikaimba bana.
What do you mean ukobwa wote ebiharani ebi politiki abone biharani ebi
hali emba na akatika tike politiki nobwembembedi nebendo bibere byamba ngakukanga nayo bwembembedi twama kule biharani ilisomesha bana twama pangisha na chiloto echikebwende twuteruro mu bupangisha twabewolera a home amaka wabyo abantu abakaba kamenyerera mu eskuru eni ya madaraka na ribwa tukabekola embana yeria omwa eribulia hiwengo mwembembeje abana bonga somesa biharani bakaba beriega bakakoleje now ichibulie chuo matande chusubamu ukabya ngo munde yuko yeshanjembo wabirishoya na washana kakwechi washana kwa mamtaka kondo womusomesya abana wiki ibiri satu kwezi kuoma omuboresha musubeka mwende mwikale bama ya college sa nama menyarana nde sinanga troka era wole robole mwana yuko graduate ngarundi yuko school charani achitwaleka enda achitaka kwa baraza enda shone namo ndiye ye namo hamba sende milioni ngama kumya veri yao nama si investing on my business hub anataka mbiharani biwane baby lock anataka mshe zigzag anataka mbiharani bya ebishe uniform amene shabaji she uniform anataka msweater ndio mwana yukalo mshukuru abersoma asube asengere omwarumu yano aitwa makolawe business hub nyakasanga angahenga omanywa resubeka eribwa ekibuli kyabirwa kahenga omwa business hub mu akebya kakolera mwechi kebya kasonera mu ebe banda arondi akaya kakola to repair to shanje na umshakulunga na lyako ichereni ngakwende wechitake omasonda somewhere ngamenyera ni chikalisa mai kama nani chinemu wati chabantu beitu echiherene echite designed erekola commercial work eringi lya chikingira abolobolo
yo wahe yawute ebiharani ebikera buyera
atia twamabere bata kumuna na mariata na medu mu masukuru na masabesha contract ya masukuru erasomesha uniforms na we uniform show abana shaba kasona shaba kakolechi
shaba kasona
ero muko kubanza pako kwa kasa now ebi politiki byabe ndio mundu akakole biharani enyapangishe room ngoma abiri pangisha nyataka mu biharani ngabe satu nyataka kwa akatapuli na hihia
ina we
ayo akaola mu extension tukakulanga anauta chakaronda
ini mwembembeti
nario ebiharani ngabyo echakaronda chikachaberehwa tuka ngobukome ngobuwaberehwa ukasha subaho byabere college ibyo birilwa eyo ni politiki kandi abanyakasese bamaberelabo mu politiki ngeyo obutuko bunene nebindu ebiwatira byamabiri balwako abandu bakaba hebindu bye politiki balingikanya mbo oyo ni mukoli betu na actual sense abantu se bali kwamirira ya erlangera obukoli omundu onobole embana sama kwa embani sibirizo so tukekania une mwembembeji isiwanga kania okwa formula eyarashaka sende shumisa oshabanyakasas. And now we are looking at infrastructure development. Mshakulu, a municipality around a city, ikakola bawana abandu.
Inga.
Abandu first, municipality second, city second. Tuanganabi tunoma municipality, betu surutesha income, rundi ya sende, eserengira nano mundu undio ayukabyo ma municipality. Neriwowa and acha tukaita esite, which is okay. Beto abandu abatukiyo mu municipality tukabate kumwa site capability yabo yere omwingiri ya sende shangaleke batoke site.
Yeah, in just 30 seconds shangale isunza urapinga mwa
Neriyo echanganze riwowa and infrastructure development is very critical. Neriyo kandena nanza eriongara kwendre ebindu birekera tutomera nga bembembeji to representing abantu legislatively to recording as legislative wins okwa floor ya parliament and nebindu chebitwa beresaba nga member wa parliament tukabelwera okwa floor ya parliament etwa be following through esha committees etwa be bana benekwe erinaliyayo to madaraka legislative win yewe yeah. If you cannot present a legislative win as a member of parliament, then we have very many questions as to whether what you're into is well understood or not. From the truth of the uka representing abandu kwa bandu bya.
Okay, wasinja kutsebu. Wasinja uwite vyoma enduka kangania na kutsebu ere enduka sukola okwe vyoma bitaenduka kola kandi wamasa eribi kwa kangana ya wabakanganya okuhali ebiharani bikipolitiki hane biharani berewe ebiro kwabukore wenyine nyine singesi omole dana kauna uteyo any submission because hambere yaho tukaya tungayo ebibulyo hanu mu studio na outside ko basabalire betu
submission yange eri nti azpa ikikaguze kimutakwagize nti why abantu bakasese batwesige gena parliament.
Yeah,
I think abantu bakasese and even inywe ba moderators abantu bakasese bali so focused on what have you done for us hanu mukasese. I think that is the wrong approach. We need mindset change for our people. We need to educate them. We have been singing Kizina Kianchalani, hairdressing. Isn't there anything else abantu bakasese chibasobola kukola? Yes, in a tambura speed. We innovate things day in, day out. We are advancing. Even hairdressing, they are advanced. Even a chalani is advanced, like he has mentioned. Ferigezi alesere, madaraka tizalesere. There are better ICT skills, skilling. We have to advance from what we are used to. We cannot keep in the same level day in, day out.
So what could be in your advancements?
My advancements is I have done projects. Abantu mbaire mfuka mbaire seedlings mbaire mama kits mbaire chalana. I have done all that, but I don't see it a way of elevating Kasese municipality.
Okay.
That is a way of abantu handout. It is not sustainable. What happens when I don't win? What happens when I don't win? Yes, I could keep a project for the next election, but am I elevating Kasese municipality in general? Yes, we have catered for our Chalan, we have catered for our maize, but as a member of parliament, we have to go as per the 4 roles, which is representation, which is lawmaking, our policy making. Like he has said, we have to capture wins. Ntiwana rebarugire Kasese against the parliament ya bazaki ya ihayoki. We are not going to lobby. We can even lobby without being in parliament. He has lobbied. Chitura has lobbied.
It's about normal parliament.
Yes. So I think we are missing. Me of Nkakurahan, nagenda nasomera here, I've traveled. I think assessing to Buramu link, to Buramu mindset change. There is a certain education level inkwenda kubaletera.
Yeah, ekyo kama nsaya bakulekeere ewana byokaya linkinga.
Yes, you see, let's assume ndimkakazomu basejabana. I appreciate it bakozere. They have elevated Kasese somehow, all of them through their foundations. Abakinta ku mentioning ebyange binkozere. I've done a lot, by the way. If I start mentioning, we shall sing the same song, but in the NRM spirit. What happens when Honorable goes to Parliament? Are we going to follow up with Chitula Foundation and Big Heart? And don't you think we are dividing or the already wins for Kasese by one of them going, and we are also not sure from what the rally is Bukoleka, the hostility and all that. Are we sure that their projects are going to continue? They could, because for example, Madaraka has been around for 5 years. Her Big Heart has been here for over 10 years. You understand? How about we send someone who is going to go and represent the municipality? Yeah, then I kagaruka coordinating with all the rest, all the foundations on ground.
Ngasi Madaraka omuwa.
Omuke kule chino chekabwa chiri very important and the frustration ya bandu banene and ebitunga binene bikakolebawa for political purposes. His CBOs he kolire arakola political news but what we have
the Madaraka ke yazimwene
no ngakubera hawachi Madaraka cares wamenduka langeresha CBO shabo je banashebe kolire sisi registered in the URSB. Madaraka cares muri wolo mwalenderend omwakakatsuka mtu registering reyo omwa USA ni Madaraka Cares International twabere registeringa eretunga IRS exemption eyo musolo tunga tukaretunga sha donations nari yesu chere mama ingia pole kind of CBOs nari echenga kwa riongero kwa chinywa cha mamono endi abanyakasese atu mahika okwaleva na yatuleko esha critical infrastructure development rondi shakoa capabilities esikimu kayabandu mwabona hako sasa tukauka na yako unemwabe mbebetia kakania betushia kuha plan rondi a blueprint eyeri habandu bekasese omwabona hako erabongera send shikani kwa buleme scheme for example shekani kwa maatsa banungo ko bakashisisa hisatu obulenja cyo bakasondye chipido cyo macha maatsa shekania okwa buyengo
koma ikaona uti eyo kanzeri kangani utisalikana yapo ali abi inanakwa hano kwangamo wire yakangana ye
yes omunyankora akabwa ati ningambera abahansi nabiruguru bihurire ngabura bahese nabayiguru banawulikirire. So I don't need to mention.
Okay.
Betu wamebia ewonemukanya so tunemukanya kwa USMID for example.
Yeah.
A USMID ne project here government and project here yori kaguta Museveni. Yikasa na kasese moyasro ma class station district isatu hoima kabarole na kasese because kasese didn't have the capacity. Echikali kuwe USMID kai kasa ikabesha bursaries ngesha scholarships abandu benda ba college benda basome bangatoka eri managing a project nali echo nacho echanzare byanga legislative win omanyitere hali ebindu ebikatutomera na ebindu ebyatukalwera hatyanga maats na makuru ndi ametsengi hawo emusisio okalo kwa chitwa cha nyamotswa enda na atakolo muhewo enje na takolo mu flag erikangani abande nditubo sikyono kyatule mutukalonda maji angahiko kwa mundo isebombo ka ikwalya angahike besenia angahike katado konde suwa ngabyo mu community y'abantu aba tawute basic
need
ngamazi ukabote bakakula kulana no ngabyo uli bakakura mbo utungwa bugaga iwu nemusisishise isatu obulenje achuka sodi chipido chome chamazi that wealth is a facade so sikugaga muleyo na tutangira abantu ebintu ebekebeke ebikolo bayobo mezi then tuona kania okwa bintu ebenene ebetukalingano ky'abantu batolera batunga kandi sibe ebetunga
wasinja kwanza reminyerera okisumbi frigo tutapasuba ahisha abawulikiriri bakakanyana tuhanga ni message ye yokabura ba Samari eyo batolera babaka bya covid alinga bane banatsome niwe okwibi bakanayirusha mwa bunako abakulungu bamende bakakanganya kulenga babiri timba isi batakanganya mbo unimukanya kwa shasonga eshangaleka munyandurani inabya inanganarwa alinga mwabuna nishahai eshowa takanyiziri ngeshusha ukenderangira ngote abikalani alinga bosi bangane kibako ibaba kalo mwabuna ndewa munde makande bakangania esha project eshawo bakabyenga bakakanganende shaberereka sisi chikora esheribuka icha oboti tubobuti mutolera ribi abantu bakahibika wako
echo for example echa nziwa yali akana yako eche skilling hatia ngana mubura benzi bayapo and bade mubu abatre niche ebyara ni byayi bikabye mwatapulini
abo muolo saluni mbule pakayero momutre baitu ngabere ngabasaba ntibasima ntinabitire cheloto chuwena because modereta ukirewane ebi mbole na mabekorera omwamotre mbole mundu amasomerikera niyo omwamotre mbole amasondera saluni omwamotre necheloto echenjo omundu atokya tiribezyaho testimony zineho chinengoko omundu akasomera omuskuru shabagage Kampala na onde nasomera omuskuru eshetu shatwasomera ko hano makasese erunzerera itobushi itwasasa banisha degree kasiba bakambalisha degree kasiba lyambalambu oyo mambale degree yo masomera enamagunga nono masomera esenyi bwa eyoyo yamabyana mani risinga yoyo esa heno ba nene 90% abakakolera makasindi market abakasonda makasindi market balabo mu byalabya bani muibezyaho because the overall goal omundu aname echikesa lekinya ibezyaho
very good honorable
now
ganza
chochiloto ukikanya rekere inje mukakana account moderate
ganza tukakania
because the point erugiro wange the point started with me.
Okay.
It is not that we don't appreciate. I started by saying bebale said it and we are not putting them down. We are saying we cannot sing about the same thing for 5 years, for 10 years. When honorable, thank you for what you have done. We have all done, really. We have all done. Yes, but we are also saying, why are we feeding the people of Kasese? Why not teach them how to fish? When you say you have skilled hairdressers, I have met hairdressers as a woman. Nibangambira tukega kusibisoke beti tuinemiremu. In Kasese, plating hair is 10,000. In Kampala, plating hair mtu alikumi. You see where I'm going with this?
It's the same thing with Kasindi Biarani.
Biarani abantu abakazi ba
Oluchimba kalusonera esa heno luchimba lukasonera weshengu mibiri.
You understand?
Yes, bana muchunga kasende situwe.
Oluchimba rules.
Na kuwirinde.
Moderator abambaka presentinga
leka
vole mondo munga kubwe ye madaraka makabeka presentinga twama murekerera munda tamubwiramu inje ngatina presentinga byayi na roshali anzangabika hwayi
taunze submission ya
hatia injengo kunganali abahurekerera omundu nyatonda bendo bewe naye bane hurekerera inji bayibana ebye biharani ni saluni namakuburaniti whether wamachisonero mwamuti whether wamachisonera as long as wabiri bane skill yawo ukaba mabiba no bugaga munu bire hanga buira saheno abana beto batwa birisomesya hani ababiri lono mwakasesi testimony sineho omuke kunya kubura to omwana wayi ali saino Kampala ane mulukesha nzwere ane mukolo masaluni ndebe ane munirebe kachereria unasi ati abantu bayinzi bayibano ibusi basibya to byanu yokogurawo hati somalangira Diana kana Diana uyisi munya Kampala jesi ebingo kope nayo iye madaraka uyu ne munya America so ebe tu hanu
No,
Filiya bakase ba.
Very good. Honorable Frego. You will not cast me as an American.
So
ngaza tolekerana. Tolekerana.
Iwo mukaka na ebya.
No, a politiki ya were anza tukola mu outsiders. I think that is a disgrace. Beto like tukana yatroche. Ngari mukonzo, ngari munyakasese, ngabutirwa nyakasanga. Abantu abana mabere kola. Ebikimu kaya abanyakasese bareteka
Yes, ninjenga
bareteka sanda shalo sho masaho
just like atwa kwa
that's Mr. Madara
advise him against we on a district television for him to stand and say I am not from Kasese.
No, I'm saying ukasebe Kampala
urekerere
cheche kare kwa bama ana
yakini na chetsweke suri omwabantu
parliamentary
muleke tukole tuti
parliamentary Kampala. So when I go to Kampala to represent the people
ngababera sha testimony shetu sere hano ebasiyani
okay omusamuliwe twa
so urekanga unzere byayi abantu abo bakanengerera kandi ibo bakakana ebyabu namabangutuku namakuburo ko skilling eyo turekese bakuyo ababero bakuyo baneyo ite mutu angabuwa hano ibo abawubire baneyo omwambera yayo eyo
just omubyeru
now
nebyahe ebyo kanza eriya
no ebyanga kola mutu kakubona ntinjenga ngecukere sobore bya mapeta kolo
simuka bisobore
no ebya biro bya government ebyaji ebya nalanisa yabantu munalanisha abantu erikorero njori TV yenu tunema munalanisha kwa kadara chikama nzisinga libu amabe munalanisha abantu ntitugesa kule driving school abantu banemwe
sustainability
munalanisha abantu
that's not his level
moje simule kangakanya muke obutukinje kamukakanayi
a driving school
ebyo sibenga kola bakabya iwe nuwakulire nabi bekanga sobora bya nabere kola aba bakekanya
like atazubokulisa
yes
then ukendi asa ukabo mukabo
echali kirije mutikiriya na ngabu ebya yini
hano hari umutse Frigo yandembe
inje omumi akini eyi munga nakola hano isha medical camp ngafoko bingoba bana engaenda abantu nabapima oyite pressure oyite sukali oyite breast cancer nama amenyerera okwa abantu kana nino runa na banapima orukumi rusanjwa 5 ebanalwe isi basi echo chama manyisinti abantu betu bakana nda banalwere isi basi namachekola inje munga nakola hano umubiri owe ekanyangeyo mulu yengererawa yama hapa nikechisesa emburo ya masikalamu eyandenza eritabano omwamanya ayi namarundia excavate maunze kanyange birwe na banyakanyenge kabana chesi sina saving life yabana obo singa kubira bya nakulire ngo mundu ebe benzi ba Spain omulu we corona ngasima njenga nasima byapo musya ku madaraka kwendene maleta microfinance yamayamba abantu eito mulo oyo nayi eri saving life muna ule shekusini cylinders because corona yakangania ente oxygen ya mabulo mosipatara ni chuma chaba chikaleka bantu bako kana masewula namasitwala esibiri shamaenda nani St Paul's Hospital, esibiri shamaenda St Mary's Hospital, esente namasitwala Erukoki Health Center to save life yabantu. Ebyo namaandikira university KIU twamingira mu partnership riba na bursaries. Abana bamalabo mu office yayi abayikire bikumye aba arts instead eritwa a full muntu akatwa half inyasoma so that abana abatatokesha sentesho bana tokera soma. Abana bikumi bibiri esha testimonies esho sine ngaya kola chicho uli anzini buli
wendo obutuku buli kwa
ngaya kola beno echo kubanza omo obyo boyitsotse hanu tutawe kitsebo kinene mushakulu madaka makwata kanza esha service esha region sisube hanu ngikiraniza nayo baitu musisubya hanu na inabirwente ngaya hiraho amani CT scan kubane hanu municipality kare kabandu bakaenda mu Mbarara kare kabandu baenda mu Kampala kare kabandu baenda mu Toro bakaenda yo bakarundia isituweta yo hanu chindi changa akola TV yetu iwana malangera ayo mundu wayi esa henu iro kwa rulengo ole bandu be municipality why iro kwa free to air siri kwa satellite Nyamuhanga na mambe chance ngabya member of parliament emyaka 5 yekasa TV yenu tukaya irayo kwa satellite na bali outside kasesi bosi banga tsukerere byayo nabiri tsuke process yeyo nabiri kanena ba Star Times po hakasi alere bendu birebe bya nanga kola so that TV yenu yebye ne Kampala ne Gulu na hai ne program gasekula na maba ne chance.
Last like ngoma anani chimecho machesa konde
ngo echeri unzerera chiloto chana berere tahanu mu municipality na bere minyerera abantu betu ne banene ababere kole bindu biwene abande bachineho abande babirikwa so na biritwamu ngakole yabakahulamu historical museum so that always you are nakolire contribution ibye business ibye parastatal abanda kolire mibiri minene mu Rwenzori region uwadwanga na ba tracking abamuti omundu okubanza omuyo endo mukilembe mines akakolera mu mine abyarebe aba politician abatsuka hano emibiri kandi bali yendire nerebe narebe so o historical museum eyo ikereka abo ndugusi abakulire bindu biwene o different departments iba bestwanga babererwa
wasinja eribye okahayo submission kwao bitukande twabere munyerera abantu kubana tukwamire narukande bananzerere bakasubano mu studios and of course tukalengekana ya hali kibuli kinyobosi just ngeba mu dekikibi umwe mukaji suba yako one chabe munyererwa ngoko municipal ngoko monoboreme bitukande mamuneme hetro eya obutuku eribye nabone bobe simata mukakanya kwa songa eya abikalani kwe urban agriculture abikalani wa kasese municipality mukaya baya wetka yamote
atia wamuwa abantu byeshebikakani bawa umukonzo kabati ya ngoma baluma ikatsuko mweji
mumusambyo
okole kindu kyose ekyawukalenkana ekyawukakana yako otwalera wobiri kangania arafayo na rechetsoma CT scan sebarara chayibulete yekasero kwa hospital upgrade wa referral hospital Erukoki maternity ward moyahi abakali bamonza mezi 18 bana mukesha hihi bana mubutara hihi amataranya na mahano ko kwa metre omabi mutrahimba koyo amani ukihawa hewera rwere sipatara ukiha
ukachibula yana
ngabula ya abakasamarira ende omabi muchimanera mutalangiro wembembeti abo mubutako bwera ndi abakali bali batwalere balwe basubo mu nyumba ebahimbirwa ukalinkana ya wote ukelwera wote obuyingo bw'abantu munabwire emyekitamu yabere kuswatakola
and then wanasoma kibulicha
eryo okwa mwana yana rundi olwendo lwe obuleme obwe municipality buli very critical tuwetu obuleme bwe scheme a scheme you would say ngoma nibiri a scheme ya potentially yangana employing aba youth bamen but echo kubanza liye risosingira yo muli eyule international eyuanga kola order eye paper for example yatengaita tanaji ya paper singa abana baba bakasihalia abakaleme balema wotse muketro ya send the upfront payment 75% and 50% abantu bangahenga bangakola tukashende a paper yetu itwa batuha achitsoka chasende chamakula neribwe paper year international yikaanda e Dubai for example nabiri so singa katale nabiri ndo ma trade show nabiri minyerera ende bakendi ta paper nyinga henaso senda twabere ko lediru yabere bya abantu tukaba hinga atoti ukauka twala paper box bukakola bera wa abukayamwe paper abakamu tushakamu abaka cleaning a paper abakala bera rayu abushibaka kakola raha it's a refrigerated trucks civil for example skatwaleri haya hanu skatwala yente
just in a minute
sikendi manera emibiri y'abantu bana neribu nje kirenga kanice kigabwa cyetse if at Dubai for example utishenyishe mirundi ibi yewute a fly Dubai yewute na Emirates senen eya papa muya wa hanu ekasese a fly Dubai nengo omabona na obuna yangana wekasese ya twala pepo mudakika 10 nekisa ichincha tsukara college yetsukara call climate change is serious na chitsebu chika affecting abantu bethu nenyamwamba ibe kakana yako honorable yaka kana yako tabiriso singira sende abirisha kakuye bilioni 17 katondisatu bilioni 17 katondisatu wa masa madaraka ukasita kwa mwabi alabewu enyamwamba ikesa ndaro kwa tarazo because ngakubera ikesa ndaro kwa tarazo beto acha try ayi wendo ulangere what is the impact of 17.3 billion
uta embarira sere
17.3 billion is good money na you wamabya wabrisikangania betu sale impact nenda kwa 17.3 billion ugasbaida ukasikangania kwa kalenda ya umshakuru sindikana bya ebitao
anyway dakika ya yama hwayo laka tusubere omole Diana abikala nibe kasese municipality ukayabo what kaya what omwa urban agriculture kandi tunomo butuku obutuku bukatera
banisa zange ziri married together. It goes back to advancement.
Okay.
We are not saying what they are doing there is a problem. There is no problem, but tuine kugenda have frequency of the other areas. I will use an advantage of Ferigo Kugamati and Wakasese and Wakampala. You need to travel. We need to Inekwegomba and Kabantu Wakasese. How are we going to join the chain of trade or the chain of the social capacities of other areas to Rabatutakumbura? Obokubano ngambira about abalimi. I met abalimi nabaha Juma nabahas boots. I have brought machines. I have machines, by the way. I have, but I realized to a problem with advancement.
Okay.
When we talk about abalimi, and we are talking like he has said, how do we connect abalimi weight with the outside world, with the outside country, with the other districts, with the other countries? We need to advance. I'm going to give you an example of, like he said, scheme. Just recently, we had 1 week of the 31st agricultural show, countrywide in Jinja. Did anyone from Kasese go? Did anyone go? No one. Okay. A few went from where, so I'm told, from a certain NGO, Solid Links or something.
Never have ever tolerant.
It is a country show, really. It is supposed to be organized by us to send our farmers there to upgrade, to advance on their skills. You see, with our growing innovation and speed they throw as the world. For example, climate change. We cannot keep rigid mentality. For example, Mpulizagamba hati season ya 15th. What if it rains? And yet they expected omusana. Okay, the climate change itself at its best for that flexibility that we can run agriculture. First of all, we have to unite as farmers. Problem ya abantu bakasese ni balimira habuntu potato and they are rigid on what they are planting. Muhogo, ebihimba, ebinyoko.
Okay, Wasinja, tukanza menyerera Owekitsumbi Firigo. Nicha echokalangira okindi watiche kwa kalani ro municipality busana na urban agriculture ako omambutu ko owembe ndukambutuke rutu.
Wasinja itwe ngaba leaders omunu twaprovinga esendeshe PDM okwasaidia abalimi tuwite erisomisha abalimi betu ukole ureme ekirimo ekikendereteringirye obureme tukapwa tuti abantu bakora obureme ekibaro omakutisha sente singai kandukindi ya musingai omwaban wamakola agriculture hane biwanga kolera mebyo twanga kolera omwabende bipendi tukaingara jingere tunga ngeshangoko shanyamaya mwaulia wabana kasente watu ngeshangoko wasiulia eshenyama watu ngakisha sente kusa omwabani simuri amare mama nene manene. The only advantage ya tuwite ye irrigation scheme au harire mari nene au nga planninga everemu ngasindi areas baito mu irrigation scheme omumuleketse bakabaka ya lema ebye bakingira ya omwabole mwomo kabukimya labor bimya fertilizers the cost ya yo kabuka tutolingayo ukaya